2003, a nonprofit in Paducah. We are a nonprofit that helps people get medicines that can't afford them. Since 2003, we've helped 3,200 people get over $17 million in free medicines. We became a 501c3 in 2005. In 2007, I was awarded the Governor's Award for Volunteerism. And in 2008, I was awarded the Citizen of the Year for Paducah and McCracken County from their police department. Heart USA was contacted in 2009 by the Kentucky Department for Public Health, and we became the model for the Kentucky Prescription Assistance Program, the state program. And since that time, over $300 million have been found in free medicines for Kentucky citizens. There's nothing worse than somebody that whines about their problems, so I'm only going to talk about situations with me that are germane to this discussion. I've got stage 5 lymphedema in both legs. I've also got diabetic neuropathy in both legs. I've basically got legs that are swelling around nerves that are dying. It causes chronic, excruciating pain. It led to my becoming a pain management patient in 2002. And the only prescription medicines that are available that reduce my debilitating pain are OxyContin, which is cost prohibitive, or methadone, which, by the way, was invented by Nazi scientists in 1937 as a synthetic heroin. And I'm currently prescribed 4 methadone tablets per day. Because I didn't want to become addicted to methadone, in 2002, at the urging of a friend, I tried cannabis. It worked as good or slightly better than methadone. Afterwards, I only took 1 methadone tablet a day, and I pushed it just as long as I possibly could. And at night, sometime between 8 and 12 o'clock, I smoked a little cannabis just to knock down the pain, not enough to get high, and allow me to get to sleep that night. And I returned all my unused scripts to my pain management doctor. In 2008, acting on a false tip about the sale of illegal narcotics, Paducah Police Department delivered a search warrant to my residence. I voluntarily went to my safe, gave up 7 grams of medical marijuana and a water pipe. I received 6 months probation. I had to do weekly urinalysis, and I was made to attend Narcotics Anonymous classes. All costs, fines, and expenses cost me $4,500, and I'm on a fixed Social Security disability income. And now I'm subject to 5 years in jail if I have any subsequent offense. The CASPER program also precludes any cannabis use, as I would lose now my only pain medicine, which is the methadone that I received from my pain management doctor. So now, because I can't use cannabis, I have to take 3 to 4 methadone tablets a day, and my health has seriously declined since 2010. And while I take full responsibility for my actions, I cannot help but feel, in part, that I've been made a criminal by Kentucky state law, and I am now a methadone addict. I want to point that out. Because of the law, I am now a methadone addict. I cannot use my drug of choice for my problems. I'm forced to use methadone. I am a medicine user. I am not a drug abuser. My choice is this. I could use a synthetic Nazi medicine attributable for 5,000 annual deaths with horrible addiction and physical withdrawal symptoms, and a possibility of death from accidental overdose. Or use a plant put on earth by God. Use a plant put on earth by God with no deaths ever attributed to it, with very little addiction potential and no physical withdrawal symptoms. And when I say it's God's plant, the Bible says the Lord put on earth all herbs bearing seed. Cannabis is an herb which bears seed. And I know you all have a saying here, thank God for Mississippi. I know I've heard it before. They're 50th in everything and prevent us from being last in a lot of things. I heard somebody say earlier that we were 49th in something, so I'm sure Mississippi was 50th. I know one thing, though. Kentucky is full of loving, compassionate people. We're not 49th in compassion for our fellow man. Recent polls have shown that over 67% of Kentucky residents support the compassionate use of medicine such as cannabis. 20 states in Washington, D.C. have now legalized the medicinal use of cannabis, and we should not be the 49th state to do so. Please remember my story and seriously consider me and the thousands like me, patients with cancer, multiple sclerosis, seizure diseases, rheumatoid arthritis, dementia, Alzheimer's, and chronic debilitating neuropathic pain, remember us when you place your vote for the compassionate legalization of medical cannabis. Thank you for allowing me this opportunity to speak.
Thank you.